Awesome. Awesome. John here from Sonic Drive Studio. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm accompanied by the wonderful Daniel from Lichtler Audio.
Hey.
Who you probably know well from a lot of other videos that I've done. We are here at 42 Gear Street at Henning's place. You all know Henning, the crazy bald guy. We love him. 42 Gear Street 6 in Studio A using summer cables. And today we're checking out an awesome guitar by Valiant from Ukraine. Check this thing out. So Daniel and I, we were in the tent outside where they had some guitars. And by the way, Igor from the brand, the guy behind the brand, is sitting on the couch there just chilling out. If we say something wrong, he's going to shout. Okay? So hopefully there will be no shouting today. Anyway, we were in the tent and we were playing this guitar and we were both like, damn.
Uh-huh.
So we wanted to make a video on this guitar and sort of introduce you to the brand. And hopefully you'll see more of this brand on my channel in the future. Hopefully.
Yes.
That would be quite nice. Quite nice. So, this is the Valiant Jupiter, made in Ukraine by the people themselves, handmade, really exquisite instruments. And today we're going to try it out through the wonderful, the mighty Lichtler Audio Prometheus that you all know so well. And if you don't know, you've been living under a rock. Okay. So Daniel, this is, I guess, like a Jazzmaster, right?
Yeah, it's like kind of a play on a Jazzmaster, I would say. It's like an offset, but it doesn't look ridiculous. It feels amazing. Like, I'm usually not a fan of this kind of guitar, but when I picked it up, I had this like Harry Potter wand moment, you know, like, why not? I'm gonna try it, and suddenly it's like, wow, the neck feels amazing. Just need to show it. Like, it's like slightly aged and sanded down. It feels super natural. It's amazing.
Yeah. So if you don't mind me grabbing this thing, I want to touch it. So yeah, like I've never had a Jazzmaster type guitar, but I always found the shape very sexy, but they oftentimes have like a weird bridge with like a weird tremolo.
Yeah, the mastery thing.
Yeah, and sometimes they have like the single coil pickups or the P90s. So when I saw this one, I was like, okay, we got some modern pickups in there.
Yeah,
because these
bare knuckle polymaths.
Yeah, and those are, well, the name kind of suggests that they are suitable for stuff like gent and progressive stuff, and at the very least metal. So that's right up our alley. So an older body, obviously aged. This finish is like a candy apple red thing.
Yeah, it's over gold, like candy apple red over gold.
Candy apple red over gold. There you go. So
yeah, you can see it in the aged spots where it's sanded down. Like here's the gold shining through, and then the wood. It's like the alder coming through.
We call it the Iron Man.
The Iron Man.
Yeah, of course.
So it's kind of like as if this guitar already is having its second life, kind of. So that's really nice. Then we got a maple neck, obviously, with a very good shape. So it's not very thick. It's very nicely playable.
It's Fender scale, 25.5.
Yeah, which is what we love for going low. I mean, not like baritone low per se, but drop C with no problem. I mean, you could do drop B and stuff, but definitely great for, say, drop C and drop C sharp and stuff. The hardware they make themselves. So the bridge, this bridge over here, they made this themselves. The knobs, they made them. It's like a tone knob with a T and a volume knob with a V. The saddles, right? Yeah, so they're really meticulous. They go into detail. One thing that I really like about this guitar and some of the other Valiant guitars that I've tried is the nut. Is it a brass nut?
It's the bell bronze.
Bell bronze.
Okay, cool.
The thing that's really cool about this is that you can adjust the height of the individual strings in the nut. That's not something that you see very often, but it's going to come in very handy if you're like a slide player. But for me especially, like I've bought some guitars in the past where I had to raise the nut slots with super glue and stuff to heighten the strings a little bit. With this, you just take a tool and raise or lower the nut saddle, I guess you could say, a nut saddle. So that's cool. Ebony board, and then the inlays on the neck. Don't know if you can see this over here. These are maple, right?
Yep.
And they look beautiful. What else can we say?
Those switches, I love those. Like, I was always intrigued with Jazzmasters who had like those switches, but you had no labels on them, nothing. So they engraved them and inverted them so that the player can actually read them. And for every pickup, you have like a parallel coil, serial coil, and single coil. And it's so flexible. Like, there's literally like no tone you can't get out of this guitar.
Amazing. Really cool. So, yeah, we love this thing. We're just going to try some sounds. I'm just going to try some simple clean chords and just mess with the switches a little bit so you guys can get an idea of the range of tones that is in here. Oh, one other thing that I would like to mention. It's like the little touches. The spoke wheel, I don't know if you can see this, but the spoke wheel is in the neck, in the 22nd fret. Instead of having like a gap in the fretboard here, it's right here. And it's finished neatly, so it's like it has like a nice sort of special hole in the fretboard, and you don't notice it when you're playing at all. So it's just covered in nicely. That's really cool. And the headstock is nice as well, in terms of the shape, I mean, because sometimes when you can't use the whatever Fender or Gibson headstocks, they get a little bit ugly, but this is really nice.
Yeah,
really
also
nice.
The Graphic string trees are amazing. And as you can probably see, like the strings go straight to the locking tuners, which helps with tuning stability, which for us who like to tune low is definitely a good thing.
Yeah. And locking tuners, of course. So that's cool. All right, so let's start with the bridge pickup, and I'm on series right now, which I suppose is like the normal setting.
Normal harmonic setting.
Nice. By the way, the reverb, that's a pedal that we have on the desk here.
Yeah.
Is a Lichtlerm audio pedal. What's the pedal?
It's called the Untiefe, which is like an interesting German word because it means really opposite things. It means shallow waters, and it also means like the depths, like it's the bottom of the ocean. So it means like two really polar opposite things, and yeah, it sounds really liquid. It's a reverb with different modulations, and yeah, you can see this beautiful artwork based on Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Beneath the Sea, made by my, to come back to Ukraine, lovely Ukrainian girlfriend. She did an amazing job, and that's how it sounds.
Cool. Wonderful. So yeah, I'm just going to flick through the switches here. So that's a series. Let's go parallel. And then to the SC, which I suppose is the single coil. Yeah. Going back to series. Which is obviously going to be louder and more, you know, mid-focused. I'm going to the neck pickup now. That's series. Let's go to parallel. And finally, single coil. And if we go to the middle setting, let's see how that sounds. Oh, and then, of course, there are many variables added because you can combine them. So let's go parallel on the bridge pickup and single coil on the neck pickup. And now the other way around. So there we go. Great. So there's a lot of flexibility there. If I were to have one of these guitars, I guess I would use those types of things for clean tones. And then, you know, for the rock stuff, the bridge pickup in the serial mode, that's like a series mode. That's like all you'd need.
Oh, yeah.
You want to play some riffs with heavy tones?
Oh, sure. I'm in.
Awesome. Of course, again, through the Prometheus.
So as you can hear, the gate is on, so no noise. But like those humbuckers are really low noise anyway, so you wouldn't really need it.
How cool is it to like go like black metal on a sort of vintage looking guitar? Like
It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's even cooler that I stole the riff from you.
Yeah, he kind of stole the riff from me, but my version was better. But that's okay.
That's not true.
I'll play it in a minute for you. But that sounds really nice. Yeah, is there anything that you'd like to try, like tonally, on this thing, or?
I mean, I'm also really a sucker for clean tones, and I really love the middle position with both pickups on single coil. Something that I just discovered yesterday that it's just gorgeous. Let's boost it a bit.
Awesome, really nice, really nice. So I love this guitar. You love it too.
Yeah.
Igor obviously loves it too.
I love it. I love it more than anything.
And it sounds really cool, combined with one of the best amps ever made, the Lichtlarm Audio Prometheus. And I'm not even Lichtlarm Audio myself, but I love it so much that I keep promoting it because it's just so good. And the people behind the brand are awesome. The people are awesome. So yeah, that helps.
I'm sorry.
We can both technically just make our own versions of that riff and then...
I guess so. Let us know in the comments whose riff sucked less.
Absolutely. So yeah. So this was the Valiant Jupiter. An amazing, amazing guitar. Really cool.
And it's called Jupiter, like one of the best effects brands in the country.
Awesome. Yeah. I like the name. I like the model. I like the sounds. I like the features. The persons behind the brand are also great. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
Okay, we're also going to show you guys another guitar by Valiant, and this is a Smith. Not the Granny Smith, not the Adrian Smith, just the Smith.
It's actually named after Robert Smith from The Cure.
There you go. And this was on Henning's wall, and we figured we'd show you guys this as well, because like the Valiant people, they make like a wide range of guitars, so this is very different than the Jupiter that we just tried. Take a look at how unique this thing is. I mean, it's a beautiful guitar.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a single cut, but like this belly cut is just perfect. It's really thick, but not like overly heavy. Like, is it chambered or is it like?
Yeah, this one is.
Okay, yeah, because it just feels like it's not breaking your back on stage.
That's true.
So unfortunately, this one is chambered, but it's for Henning, so it's okay. But they also make them unchambered for the strong people. So this is the ladies' version, basically, but it looks beautiful. So let's take a look at the back as well. Mahogany body, beautiful, beautiful satin finish with a wenge neck and 2 stripes of maple.
That's correct.
Very cool. And of course, locking tuners. And just as with the Jupiter, we have a nut here with adjustable saddles, which again is something that I really appreciate. The binding, I mean, the whole neck is like beautiful. Is it like
Flame maple.
flame maple? There you go. That's cool.
With ebony inlays.
Yep.
Okay.
Sick. That's so cool. You didn't have to do it, but you did it anyway. That's awesome. Yeah, nice controls over here with wood on top as well. Again, custom hardware made by Valiant, custom bridge. And these pickups were do you remember?
Bare Knuckle Riff Raff and Bare Knuckle Mississippi Queen. And actually, I just talked to Igor about the tone knob. So he's using a no-load tone knob on his guitars, which means if it's like all the way up, it's like really as if it's not in the circuit.
I mean, my opinion is that tone controls are dumb, but it's handy if you need it.
Exactly.
Just joking, of course.
So it's really good if it's rolled up as it is as if it's not there.
Yeah. I never use tone controls, but yeah, if you need it, it's there. So I'll do a couple riffs, you do a couple riffs,
Sure.
and then I guess we're done. One thing that I'm noticing is like the difference between 25.5 scale length and like 24.75.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a difference. This is more sludgy and a bit more
Exactly.
thick.
It feels more loose and more classic sounding.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing like it lends itself way more to like hard rock riffs or like 80s stuff, I guess. I probably can play Doom as well on this. Like.
So yeah, we're at 42 Gear Street, Henning Pauli's awesome event, 42 Gear Street 6. We use the summer cable. They make great cables. Yeah, I have affiliate links in the description, in the comments, if you want to support the channel. Buy something through there at no additional cost, and you get to support the channel that way. That would be great. Yeah, as Daniel said, check out the comments. Check out lichtlermaudio.com as well as valiantguitars.com. Great.
.com.
It's easier to remember. Yeah, I mean, drop a like, of course, drop a subscribe, because if you're not doing that, then what the hell are you doing here? Support us, please. And hopefully we'll get to see more of these on the channel.
Oh, yes.
In the future.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Cheers.